Every week, there's a new headline about which AI model makes the best images. Midjourney dropped a new version, Gemini's mockups can't be beat, Ideogram is winning at typography. And if you're a print-on-demand seller trying to figure out where to spend your time and your money, that noise is not always helpful. Because here's what nobody's actually talking about. The platform you choose determines your workflow as a seller. It's not just about what gives you the prettiest design, but how everything before and after that fits your needs. It determines how many steps stand between a design idea and a file you can upload to Printify, what you can edit, what you can export, and what you can do for free. Now, before getting into it, there's one thing I want to clear up. There are two layers to AI image generation. There's the model, that's the actual AI engine doing the work, and there's the platform. That's the interface, the workflow, and the tools that surround the generation. Midjourney is a model, Ideogram is a model, Flux is a model. These are the engines that produce the images. Kittl, Leonardo, and Canva are platforms. And here's the part that surprises people. Kittl and Leonardo don't just have their own AI. They host multiple models inside them. When you're in Kittl, you can generate with Ideogram, Flux, or other models, all from the same workspace. So when someone says, I use Kittl for POD, they might actually be using Ideogram for their designs inside Kittl without realizing the distinction. Why does this matter? Because when you're choosing a tool, you're not just choosing an AI, you're choosing an entire workflow. And that choice has real consequences for how fast you can move and how much you can sell. So, I ran an experiment. I fed the exact same design prompt, word for word, to these three platforms that POD sellers actually work with using the same AI model where I could, and scored each one on the criteria that matter to a seller, not just an artist. Let's get into it. For this test, I created a single prompt and used it across all three platforms. My design is called Summit Seeker. It's a vintage retro badge, the kind you'd see on a hiking t-shirt, a national park patch, or a sticker. The prompt asked for a bold mountain illustration, arched text reading Summit Seeker, secondary text reading Established 1987 Trail Life, a distressed, worn texture, an earthy color palette, burnt orange, forest green, cream, charcoal, and a 70s national park patch style. I picked this brief deliberately. It tests the things that actually matter for POD. Arch typography, still one of the biggest pain points with AI design tools. Secondary text with punctuation. The dot separator and abbreviations will expose any weakness in the text rendering. A specific cultural reference. 70s national park patch requires the model to understand style, not just execute instructions. And a specific color palette. Prompt faithfulness is the real differentiator between platforms. I'm scoring each platform on 4 criteria, 5 points each, 20 points total. Output quality. Does it look like something I'd actually sell? Workflow. How many steps from generation to uploadable file? Ease of use. Could a seller with no design background figure this out? And value. What do you get for free versus paid? And is it worth it? Let's go. Platform 1, Canva. If you've been online in the last 3 years, you probably already have a Canva account. It started as an easy drag and drop design tool and has gradually layered AI image generation on top of that foundation. It wasn't built specifically for POD, but a lot of POD sellers use it because it's already in their workflow for social media and marketing. Let's run the prompt. Inside Canva, the image generator is in the left navigation menu labeled Canva AI. I pasted the prompt and selected image. I left the style option empty because the style I want is already included in the prompt. Here's what I got on all 4 results. The badge shape is a clean arch, Summit Seeker is correctly spelled and arched at the top, the mountain illustration is detailed. There's a sun circle behind the peak, a tree line in the foreground. Good depth. The color palette is accurate. Burnt orange, forest green, cream, charcoal, and the distressed texture is strong. It feels worn in the right way. But now I need to get nitpicky. The first one looks great at a glance, but then you notice that the green border doesn't make it around the top. It looks unfinished. The second one was actually my favorite at first, but do you see the mistake? It changed the year to 1967. I asked for 1987. So while it looks great, it didn't fully follow instructions. The third one has one minor deviation from the brief. The secondary text reads established 1987 and trail life on separate lines rather than the single line with the dot separator I asked for. It's a small thing, but worth noting. And the last one is the problem child of the bunch. Summit Seeker is nearly unreadable at the top, and it decided to add in an extra seeker line. So here, design number 3 is the only usable one. Let's edit that one. Opening it in the editor, we can actually see that it didn't generate the design with a transparent background, like I asked. But this is an easy fix with Canva's AI background remover. And that's all I need to change. From generation to a downloadable PNG, the process is about 4 clicks. If you already use Canva for social media or mockups, you never have to leave the app. Canva's score? Output quality, 3 out of 5. 4 outputs, but only 1 strong result. Workflow, 4 out of 5. Super fast path to a publishable asset, but if you're constantly generating for a usable output, that's a point deduction. Ease of use, 5 out of 5. If you can feed a prompt, you can use Canva's AI tools. Value, 4 out of 5. The free tier is genuinely useful, though background removal and a lot of the AI features, which is the whole point of this test, sit behind the Pro paywall. That costs about $13 a month. Canva total, 16 out of 20. Platform number 2, Kittl. Kittl is the only platform in this test that was built specifically for print-on-demand sellers. It's not a general design tool that's added AI. It's a design system where AI generation is one layer of a complete POD workflow. And this is where that model versus platform distinction I mentioned earlier becomes practical. When you're in Kittl, you can choose which AI model generates your image. I used Nano Banana 2 for this test, but you could run the same prompt through Flux, Ideogram, DALL-E 3, or other models. Inside Kittl, I selected the Nano Banana 2 model, pasted the exact same prompt, and generated. It actually gave me 4 really strong results. This time, I got more circular badges, more of an authentic patch shape than Canva's arch in my opinion. All 4 outputs correctly spelled and arched Summit Seeker at the top and correctly added the second line, dot separator, and all. I'd also say the color palette is richer and more saturated than Canva's. The burnt orange has more depth, and the distressed texture feels more organic, like it's actually been worn. The first and fourth ones follow the prompt nicely, but they're a bit too busy. There's just a lot going on. That being said, it is an impressive showcase of what Kittl's AI options can generate. Of the 4, number 3 is my favorite. The AI didn't just follow the brief, it extended the spirit of it. Let me show you what I mean. There's a rope border detail around the edge that wasn't in the prompt, but it's exactly the kind of element you'd see on a real patch. There are also crossed hiking poles and a winding trail through the tree line. None of that was in the prompt, but all of it is correct for this type of design. But alas, there is a minor flaw. It doesn't break the design, and many buyers looking at a shirt wouldn't consciously notice it. I actually didn't notice until my 3rd time looking at the design. Do you see it? By the way, this is proof that you really should double-check the output before listing. Established 1987 appears in the center and on the bottom arc. Kittl, though, makes it easy to fix with the Erase and Fill tool. Let's remove the background, erase our extra text, and export. Here's my score for Kittl. Output quality, 5 out of 5. Best design results of the platforms in this test. Most authentic to the brief and beyond. Workflow, 4 out of 5. A bit more complex than Canva, but a more complete POD workflow. Ease of use, 4 out of 5. The interface is clean, but the tools add a small learning curve. Value, 4 out of 5. The free tier has generation limits, and paid plans unlock the full workflow. Worth it if you're serious about design quality. This costs $15 on the monthly plan. Kittl total, 17 out of 20. Platform 3, Leonardo AI. Leonardo comes from a different direction than the other two. It's not a POD-specific tool, and it's not an all-purpose content platform. It's more focused on image and video generation. One thing to note before running the prompt. Just like Kittl, Leonardo gives you the option to choose your AI model, but it also has a neat auto preset that analyzes your prompt and chooses the best model for you. I didn't realize this until after I created my design, so I ran the test twice. Once with auto preset and once using Nano Banana 2 to keep things somewhat consistent between platforms. First run, I used the auto preset and let Leonardo choose the model. It selected Ideogram 3.0, which cost 35 tokens out of my 150 daily allowance. Side note, the free plan replenishes those 150 tokens daily. No expiry date, no credit card required to start. On paper, that sounds generous, but I'll come back to what that actually means. Here's what came back with Ideogram. The badge shape is clean. The text is nearly perfect, except it split summit and seeker on separate lines. But look at the overall feel. This is flat, modern, clean. The retro stripe behind the mountain is recognizable vintage outdoor reference, but there's no distressed texture, no grain, no wear. It doesn't feel like a 70s national park patch. It feels like a 2024 brand that's inspired by national parks. That's not necessarily a failure. It's a creative reinterpretation, but it's a departure from the prompt. I upscaled the image for 17 tokens and removed the background for another 2. The next day, because that first generation had used too many of my daily tokens, I ran the same prompt again, this time using Nano Banana 2 so I could more fairly compare it with Kittl. That cost 120 tokens for one generation. Completely different story from Ideogram. It looks a lot like the first result I got in Kittl, but we used the same AI model, so we shouldn't be surprised. The badge is circular with a deep forest green border. Summit Seeker arches across the top, bold, distressed, fully legible. Established 1987 trail life sits in a clean banner at the bottom with the dot separator exactly right. The mountain illustration has a lot of depth and detail, and the distress cracking on the border feels genuinely aged, not like a filter applied over a clean image. Take this as a lesson. Knowing what your AI models can and can't do for your design needs matters. Now, about that free tier. Leonardo gives you 150 tokens a day. That means in practice, the free tier gives you 1 image per day, maybe 2 if you use a significantly lighter model. That's enough to experiment. It is not enough to run a POD design workflow. And because each generation on the free plan produces 1 image, you're also working with less to choose from each time. Here's my score for Leonardo. Output quality, 5 out of 5. The Nano Banana 2 result is very strong. With 4 results, it'd be right on par with Kittl, because we use the same model. Workflow, 3 out of 5. Not a ton of post-generation editing power, but removing the background was easy. Ease of use, 3 out of 5. The auto preset is nice, but the tools didn't feel very intuitive and add some complexity for a beginner. Value, 4 out of 5. 150 daily tokens sounds generous until you realize that's 1 image. Paid plans start at $12 a month. Leonardo total, 15 out of 20. Now, there's one more thing about this comparison I have to mention. Canva acquired Leonardo. Not the models Leonardo uses, Leonardo the platform, the whole infrastructure, which means when you're generating in Canva, you may be running on the same underlying technology that produced that Nano Banana 2 result we just looked at. Canva just doesn't tell you that. No model selection, no transparency about what's running. You paste your prompt and you get a result, and whatever decisions were made between those 2 moments, that's Canva's business, not yours. Leonardo gives you the wheel. Canva just drives you somewhere and calls it simplicity. Which brings me to the honest verdict. If you're just starting out and you already have Canva, start there. It's free enough, fast enough, and good enough to validate your first designs without learning anything new. If you're serious about output quality, more on video content generation, and you want to experiment for free first, Leonardo's free tier is genuinely a great deal in AI tools right now. And if you're ready to invest in a workflow that was built specifically for print on demand, Kittl is the only platform in this test that wins. Before I wrap up, drop in the comments which design you'd actually put on a t-shirt. But first, I have to show you something. After I finished testing all 3 platforms, I got curious. So I took the exact same prompt and dropped it into ChatGPT. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but it's probably the best design. Although it still has its limitations. No background removal built in, although it generated a transparent background from the get-go. No further editing, and no upscaling. And that's actually the deeper point of this entire video. 4 completely different ideas about your relationship with the tool. It's never just about which AI makes the prettiest image. It's about what kind of seller you are. Do you want control, or do you want simplicity? Do you want to understand the tool, or do you want the tool to stay out of your way? There's no wrong answer, but now you know enough to make that choice properly informed. Now, if you've been watching this and thinking, okay, I can make the designs, but how do I actually build a business around this? That's exactly what the next video covers. It's about everything that comes with it. How to find a profitable niche, build a product lineup people actually want to buy, and use AI to do in an hour what used to take a week.